Hello everybody, welcome back to Call of Duty World at War. Now why am I visiting this game that I already finished the other months or something? Well, there were some missions that I didn't do commentary tracks on. So I decided, you know what? Why don't you just go back and do those missions with commentary? They fill in some info. So let's start with the very beginning, shall we? Semper Fi.
Members of the Senate, of the House of Representatives, yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by Naval and Air Forces of the Empire of Japan.
There comes a time in the affairs of men when they must prepare to defend not their homes alone, but the tenets of faith and humanity.
Bam. 1.5 minutes of intro cinema and I'm already pumped. Well, there are some corrections here. 1937 was the invasion of mainland China from the Manchurian
Makin
province,
Atoll.
not
Little more than
Indochina.
sand,
Indochina
trees, and
is the
small
French
Japanese
colony
military
that will be
base.
invaded in 1940.
Miller's reconnaissance team landed there almost a week ago. Since then, we've heard nothing. The waiting's over. We're going in. For all we know, they're already dead. If what little we know about the Japanese is true, it might be better if they are.
Alright, first mission, Semper Fi. Now this mission here takes place on August 17th, 1942, Makin Atoll, South Pacific. This was a real-life raid by the Marines, specifically 2nd Battalion Marine Raider. Their objective was to basically neutralize a Japanese base on this little atoll here. Why is this base so important? This is where the logistic hubs for the Japanese Imperial Navy and Imperial Army ran through. The vital seaborne artery of the Japanese to invade the Solomon Islands. Concurrently, the Marines from other units are going to be landing on in Australia and then go into the island of Guadalcanal. So the efforts of the Marine Raiders in this particular operation was to support the main forces on Guadalcanal by buying time and basically destroy as much of the Japanese infrastructure as possible. However, during this raid, 11 Marines were left behind by mistake. They fought on for as long as possible, but eventually they were overwhelmed, and the Japanese executed every one of them.
Right through you! Take the left! Get out of here, man! This way! Son of a bitch! Keep it tight! Miller, stick with me. Watch your foot!
You gotta be kidding me.
Boom, boom, boom! Robot, right through you! Take the left! Right on, don't need so much. position! Well done, Marines. Keep moving. Japanese infantry! You like that, you piece of shit?
You know, the Marines in this operation, they didn't dress like this. They wore a specialized black camouflage pattern. It was the old jumpsuits before they switched on to the conventional floral green duck camo.
Keep on that FD! Don't let them get another crew on it! Enemy infantry! Good work, Marines. Keep it up. Support squad will hit the beach just up ahead. Let's move!
This place creeps me out.
Tojo's at home in this shit. Eyes peeled.
They're probably reporting Bugs Bunny raiding one of their islands right now.
What the hell is this?
Check it out.
Looks like a temple or some shit.
Hold your ground! Hold your ground!
Support squad should be there any minute now.
Pick up the pace, people.
Shit, they've been spotted.
Pinned down on the beach!
Japanese infantry in the river moving in from the west.
Over. MG on the right. The other one's mine. Go!
Take out that spotlight. Good shooting.
Don't worry, boys. Your ammo will be put to good use.
Listen up. I want to get through the rest of this quick and clean. You hear me? Quick and clean. What the hell?
Who took these guys out?
Radio command. Find out if another unit came in.
Ambush!
Boom! Boom! ahead. Keep moving. Robot, start the truck! Miller, use your knife and put a hole in that barrel. Go, go, go! That's the squad's landing over there on the right. That's our extraction point. Robot, blow that elephant. Miller, back me up. Come on, let's go. Get back here! Got it! Miller, get to work planting those charges. Guard that door! Damn! Timer's fried. We may only get a few minutes before detonation. Get to the boat! Charges set. We're leaving now! Sullivan, we had to jerry-rig the charges. We need to get to the Miller, you're with me. We need to leave. They're all around. Fall back!
Ooh. Oh no. Oh, thanks for the save. Thanks for the save, Sarge.
Okay, we're leaving! Come on! Everyone, keep down! You're gonna be okay, just hang in there. Where's the fireworks? Tell me those charges weren't duds. They better not be.
And there it is. There goes the explosion. Guadalcanal is gonna be a lot easier.
Years after the raid on Makin, we're heading up an all-out assault on Peleliu Island. No POWs to rescue this time. Our mission? Take the airfield and cripple their supply network. Alongside familiar faces, fresh-faced recruits. The older guys like Miller, Sergeant Sullivan, and myself. We're known as the old breed. Old. We're not even out of our 20s.
Hold on. Let me adjust the volume first.
It's time.
Ah,
Good
White
luck.
Beach, Peleliu.
This is it, Miller.
Okay, keep it together and we'll get through this in 3 days.
This is how you do a cinematography. Ship just opened its mouth. LVT goes in the water. It's
There
like
they
you're
go.
being born, thrown into the
Bastards
world.
ain't gonna know what hit 'em.
That's how you do a shot.
Blowing the hell out of the island for
That's
2
how you
days
do it.
straight. Miller, we hit any resistance on the beach, you get on that radio and call for immediate missile support.
Don't think twice.
Robot, I want you up the beach and at that tree
Yeah,
line
back in World
ASAP.
War II, they used a lot of these rocket ships. They're great for shore bombardment.
Is that one of ours?
Basically, by the time of Peleliu, the entire nature of the war has changed. Guys like Roberg, Sullivan, and Miller here,
Down!
they were the old breeds because they were trained to fight in special operations, guerrilla raidings, and the likes. But now, everyone has switched to large-scale conventional battles.
Driver, drop the rail! It's the coral! We're stuck on the... Drop the rail! I got you, Miller! You're still in one piece! Plan's gone to shit! Tojo's got a defensive line dug in just beyond the tree line! We got heavy MG fire tearing up the beach!
You know the neat part? White Beach is designed like this based on real life. They didn't just make it up. They tried to make sure that they captured every single detail of the real version. There used to be a coconut field here. Basically, the Marines were taking cover inside the coconut trees and coconut fields, while the Japanese were shelling them and machine gunning them.
Fix bayonets! Use them if you have to! Pick it up! Push through their lines! Flank up around the bunker. One-night charge! It's empty! You're not gonna hold back! Let's stay on him! Eyes down! Kill him! Take it out! Keep the tight! Check your fire! 15 seconds! 10 seconds! They're getting close! 5 seconds! Fire support ready! Stay your target! Target registered! Firing for effect! Target hit! 25 seconds! They're coming over the wall!
15 seconds!
Miller!
10 seconds! 5 seconds!
Clear out the trenches!
HE barrage available!
Oh, I can hear their blood-curdling
Keep pushing.
screams.
Find some cover! Fast! They're coming straight at us! Sullivan! The tree! What the hell is he doing? Take him down! Good shot, Miller!
That guy was trying to be a sniper. The Japanese had terrible sniper doctrines because they forced their snipers to stay in place, tie themselves into place like, say, a tree top like that. But a tree top is the worst place to be for a sniper because you are isolated, your vantage point is limited, and if you are basically shot, well, there's no help.
Let's find some cover! Everyone, keep them peeled! From here on out, watch the terrain.
Now, did the Japanese use banzai charges? Well, they did.
Tunnel southwest!
But in before the Second World War, and more importantly, that was before they changed the island defense tactics.
See if you can get a flanking position! Grenade! We gotta take him by surprise!
So what happened was that in 1944, the Battle of Saipan basically outlined how the Japanese should defend an island in case of an assault. Instead of trying to do banzai charges to emulating the samurai of old, they would basically build tunnels, try to find natural defenses like mountains, caves, etc., and then build their fortification inside those points. And then they launched the surprise ambushes against advancing U.S. forces, preferably suicide charges, because that way their soldiers will be better expended in a single assault. The Japanese has this sort of mentality where it's better to commit suicide like that with a grenade than be captured, because if they're captured, that's going to shame that not only them but also their family. And in cultures that emphasize loss of face, loss of appearance of your family, that's a powerful social tool for peer pressure.
Let those squads pinned down. Get on those MGs and tear them off. Enemy dead. Moving in. Take cover. Rocket barrage ahead. Hey, call the rocket strike now.
Firing now! Offshore rocket strike at the ready. Coordinates received.
Outstanding. Out-fucking-standing. Everyone, on me.
Rocket strike primed and ready to fire.
American firepower. That was the reason why the Japanese have to change their island defense doctrine. At first, facing enemies that doesn't have a lot of machine guns and automatic weapons like SMGs, automatic rifles, they were able to overwhelm parts of China. But when it comes to the Americans, they got SMGs like Thompson's at the ready all the time. Not to mention the PAR, semi-auto rifles like the Garand, and of course the the Browning LMG and the Browning M2, the Medusa. So whenever the Japanese try to launch an assault with their banzai charges, they get mowed down.
What now, Sarge? Secure the surrounding area. Wait for the Major's orders.
When do we rest?
Soon, Polanski. Soon. Sullivan, no! Hold on! You're gonna be okay! Corpsman!
We let our guard down.
We're all numb by Sullivan's death. We just never saw it coming. I still can't believe it. Most solid, dependable, and courageous Marine we've ever known. Blink of an eye. Gone. Now it's down to me. And me alone. To lead these men, my brothers, safely through this campaign. AA fire from Peleliu airfield is knocking our planes right out of the sky. Taking this airfield is our only priority. Whatever the cost. Arrangements are being made to take his body back to the States.
I thought Sullivan would make it through for sure.
We let our guard down, Polanski. We can't let it happen again.
So, what now?
Tojo's got a tight hold on pretty much everything to the west. Direct route runs right into the Japanese guns. We take the flank. It might get us wet, but it's not gonna get us killed. We regroup with the 5th when we're through the swamp.
Poor bastard must have been shot down this morning.
Fuselage is still smoking. Check for survivors.
It's all snarled up on something. Shit! Grenade!
Right on target! Ambush! Keep it back!
Can't believe they booby-trap our dead.
Yeah, they did. And they won't stop.
Keep it tight!
I think we're kind of late. Sounds like the 5th's kicking ass.
MG's in the bunkers up ahead! Bamboo artillery sits right in front of it!
We're gonna need those
Get a grenade up there!
extra SMG ammo.
Everyone move! Go! Go! Take up position! about half a mile north.
The Marines were watching Bugs Bunny cartoons in between their operations. That's how effective they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, this is what happens to Japanese snipers. Oftentimes, the Marines and the Navy, they just decide to go napalm the whole island just to be safe.
Enemies hold up in that
There it
building.
is. Main objective of this entire operation. This is what the Marines in the Pacific usually do. Basically assault an island, try to take over, and if it has a natural, and it has a, say, airfield or naval port, make sure to take that facility, because those places are going to be your operation linchpin for the eventual pushing to Japan.
Into the building! Don't give them a chance to regroup! Clear them out! We're nearly there! Keep it together! One last push and we take the airfield! Look out! Look alive, boys!
Yeah, I could have sworn there was a death card around here. Ah, forget it.
Yeah! This ain't gonna be easy! It never is, but we can do this, Polonsky, okay?
Fighting Japanese tanks shouldn't be this difficult. They were paper-thin armor. These tanks were basically the trash tier tank kits. Stuff left over from the First World War and in between. So how come the Japanese army, the land army, didn't get the priority for the budget? Well, that's because they failed to invade China. Back in the 1930s, the Japanese army promised the emperor and the government that they can swiftly invade China, take over the country and all the resources, and you know, prop up the Japanese industry and economy. Simple. But it turns out it wasn't that easy. China was a gigantic country, and Japan just doesn't have the manpower in order to not only win a long war of attrition in China, but also it doesn't have the population to feed the industry as well. Basically, war requires you to have 3 layers for population. 1 layer for active combat, another layer for industry, and the final layer to replenish the population over time. In Japan, it only has 2. And that's only counting the core population of the home island. If you add the population count of, say, the outlying colonies such as Taiwan, it doesn't have enough population to take on China, let alone America. So after the invasions of China, multiple invasions, stalled down, the army that was basically thrown out the cool kids table at the Ministry of War's cafeteria, and the Navy became the new cool kid in town. And the Navy offers a more realistic approach: invade all the Pacific colonies of the Western countries like the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, etc., etc. Basically, they would take over the resource-rich regions and then just simply set up a military perimeters to stop the U.S. from retaliating.
Bastards nearly had us.
The southward plan sounds more plausible and workable. However, just like the Army, the Navy started to run into problems.
Request immediate air support.
The big plan was that they need to attack and decapitate the American Navy at Pearl Harbor, and most importantly, destroy all the carriers. So things like Hornet, Enterprise, and Yorktown, all those carriers of the U.S. Navy have to be destroyed. However, instead of destroying those carriers, the Japanese missed them, and that was the beginning of the end for the Japanese. And by this point, in 1944, if you're serving in the Imperial Navy, you're basically dead. If you saw the Studio Ghibli movie, Grave of the Fireflies, you would know that the main character has a father who serves in the Japanese IJN ship, the Maya. And that ship, it was basically destroyed by the US Navy. Losses on board were basically censored by the military.
Yes, sir. The airfield has been held. Repeat, the airfield has been held.
Alright, that's all it is for today. I hope you like what you saw. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget to donate to my PayPal. I'll see you in the next one.